Well, let's just turn it up now, sir.
Yes.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, action.
Look at me acting.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Why not a size for some?
All right, so let's start. So, who was he?
I don't think I knew much about my father. My mom always spoke highly of him. I don't know much about him because he died when I was 2 years old. But my mom tells me great stories about how the kind of man he was. He was kind, he was very caring. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I have no memory of him, actually. Because of the kind of relationship that we had, I don't have much from his side of the family. I don't get to meet them because of how everything played out after his death. But the neighbors, because we stayed at the same compound where I was born, we stayed there for about 15 more years or so after I was born. So they had great things to say about him, that he and my mother, they were like two peas in a pod. They were in love. He was caring. He would literally take care of her down to the T. So yeah, I just know that my father is a very caring man. And everybody just keeps saying he was a very good man. I don't hear much about memories like, oh, there was one time daddy used to do this, no. I grew up not hearing anything apart from your dad was a good man, your dad was caring, everybody loves him, loved by all. According to what the neighbors used to say, I just knew that everybody really liked him, loved him and admired how he took care of my mother. That's all that I know. And that's all that was said. So the story is like really sad. He just vanished into thin air. And my mother didn't know about his death until about 2 months after he was buried. Yeah, he went out for business, to go and do business. He was trying to get himself back up, right? He had lost his job, so he was trying to get things running. So he was desperate, asking people, what do you do? Make I follow you do? I beg, which business? Make I follow you do so I can take care of my family. And he made friends with a man in Cross River State where we were born and raised. That man is the only person my mommy knows as his friend. So they went out to do cocoa business. Because in Cross River State till today, cocoa business is, They went to do cocoa business at that time. Say they went to Enugu, they'll buy the cocoa and go and supply there. And that's all that she knows. They were going to Enugu for business. At that time, there was no telephone. There was no way to hear from him again. He had gone for a long time. When will she start looking for him? No, he's not coming back home. He has not come back home for a while. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4. She even started getting angry that, if you want to run away from me, is this how you do it? Until she got news months after that, he's dead. And they even buried him without her knowing. Yes. So it's a sad tale. She didn't even get to say goodbye. That's it.
So, hearing that story, does it leave any form of anxiety with people, your loved ones moving forward, that they could go and not come back?
Deep fear. It's just, I think it has also affected the way that I hold on to people, friendships, relationships. I overcompensate. I want to do something. I want to say thank you almost every day, tell them how much I love them almost every day, because what if one day they vanish and I don't get to see them anymore? So it's a fear that I live with so much till today, that I still live with. Like, what if I don't get to see this person anymore? But what I've learned growing up is okay. Instead of just getting scared and withdrawing from people, because at a point it was like, I don't want to get too attached, because what if I don't get to see you anymore? But I grew up and just understood that I'm a people's person. I love people. So instead of that, I'd rather just make memories with people, love them, appreciate them, apologize to them, make peace with them. Let's just live happily than withdrawing because I'm not sure what will happen. So yeah, it has really affected me, just this fear, anxiety with my relationship with people.
So, if you had one word to describe what his absence felt like growing up, what would it be?
One word. I have 100 words to put together, but one word, that's hard. I don't know. Empty? It just felt so empty, even when my mom did a lot. Just felt like something was missing. A huge part of me was missing. So, one word about the feeling, I felt empty. What people don't say is how the absence of a father affects a child, especially a girl child. Now, this is not to wash down what men feel. I'm talking from my experience and my perspective. Maybe, I don't know if this is the perfect time at this point to say it, but I'll just go with the flow. Grief and the absence of my dad made me to crave the presence of men at an early age. I wanted to do so. I just wanted a man around. I didn't know what it felt like to have. I had brothers, and yes, they were all they were bothered about and all they cared about at that time was to help my mother so we could go to school. Anything they would do, any menial job, anything, they wanted to do it. So I couldn't really have so much time with them at home. It's always early morning. Before I wake up, they're out. While I'm sleeping, they're back. Before I wake up again. So yeah, so that presence of having a man around, a father figure, a man figure, whatever around me, it may have really just pushed me to crave some type of attention at a young age. I was the girl that always wanted a boy around at a very young age. I gave my mother a lot of headache with the boys. I did. She was chasing me from one place to another with the leave boys, come back. Why are you with a boy? Why is it every time I see you, you're with a boy? I didn't let myself understand what boys were, grow to know what love is. The moment just started growing up and feeling that emptiness about not having a father, it pushed me to just start craving male attention so much. My favorite teachers were males. I like them, especially the ones that were kind to me. Don't worry. That's where I want. That's the class I'll be very serious. That's the subject I'll pass more. Another way that it shaped me is my self-esteem. I don't know. Just hearing other people have what I don't have, I think it made me start trying to be who I'm not or join peer groups that I wasn't even supposed to join, considering the kind of person that I am. Friends that I wanted to make friends with people that have daddies so that when they pick them up, they can pick me up and I can feel among. I can feel like I have a dad around, So yeah, sometimes jealousy. Yeah, I remember going to my friend's house and her dad would be there. Say they'll sit on his legs. They'll run to welcome him. He'll pick them up. It will always make me shrink. And instead of going into their house to stay with them, I remember that I'll turn back, cry, and go back home. So that's how I think it really shaped me growing up.
Was there a closure moment, like in everything going on, was there a closure moment where your mom was able to say, this is it?
My mom when she heard about it, traveled down to the village, whatever played out. Of course, she's the cause of it. How can you not know? You were not here when we buried him. How can you not know, you know? But she said, I didn't know. Nobody called me. You know, how come people did not... that why are you not here? People just went ahead and buried my husband like that, you know. But yeah, she later went and she saw him, but we never did until about 10, 12 years later. I think it was in like 20 what? 15? 16? 2015? 2014, 2015 or so. I may not get it correctly. That we reconnected with his family, and one Christmas they invited us to please come and spend Christmas with them. So we went. My grandmother, his mother, showed me his grave, said that's where your father was buried. And my heart sank. Because as a child, I had always dreamed that one day he'd show up somewhere. I watch a lot of Nollywood movies, I still do. So I think I picked up those pictures from those Nollywood movies. I said, don't worry, I will not be pissed. I will not be pissed, just come. Just come out from your hiding. I always have those pictures of him popping up one day or see me somewhere and say, I'm your dad. And I'll just run and I'll hug him. I'll not even care to ask questions or be angry. It's fine. All I want to do is hug you and just hear your voice. I want to know how you sound. I want to know how your touch feels. Like, I want to know what it feels to have your father give you, you know, kisses, call you those sweet names, my princess, my chalugo, my baby. I just wanted to know how it felt like. But that day just stood there, and it was like all those dreams were shattered. And I looked at it and I remember not even feeling anything in that moment, apart from the sound of my heart dropping into my stomach. I was disappointed. And for a child like me, very loud, very noisy, very bubbly, I was quiet for days. It was abnormal. I was just quiet. I wasn't crying, nothing. I was just quiet. I couldn't say anything. But yeah, in my Delulu, I'm still hoping that one day he'll come.
So, what does Father's Day look like for you now that your dad is not here? You never even had any memory. What does it look like for you?
That is a day that I'm a hater. I just hate on people. Like, just take this thing out of my face. I get happy for them. I'm like, oh, so nice. You're your father. You guys are close, but it's okay. Can we move on to other type of content? I just see people celebrate their dads on WhatsApp, Instagram, especially those that are very close to their dad, and especially girls. They post about their dad saying, my dad is my paddy, my dad is my this. I'll just, but I know that inside my heart, I just scroll and pass. I don't want to hear about it. You're living my life. It's fine. You have something that I don't have. It's okay. Let's just keep it moving. That's typically how Father's Day used to be. I would say like 3-4 years ago. But now it's not as bad. I'm growing. And one thing I love about myself is that I'm also growing mentally. I'm becoming very self-aware. I know that, okay, this is what you are doing. And it may not be healthy for you to drop it. Try to let go of it. So Father's Day, as Father's Day even happened this year? Not yet. That was last year. I think I was chill. I celebrated my best friend's dad. Said, happy Father's Day, daddy. You've been a daddy to us, you know. It was okay. It was good. I didn't feel any type of way. Hey, Dad. I never knew you, and I wish I did. The fact that I have no memory of you hurts so bad. I want to let go of this deep fear in my heart that I feel. So for the first time ever, I'd like to say, rest well.